Last few minutes of the conference, it's a great privilege to be able to close the conference. It's also a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Because there's so much I want to say. I'm only going to take a few minutes of your time. I think it's been a great conference. I was absolutely delighted that we had the students in for that session because I think that student voice is really powerful. I was in the green room with them earlier when they were listening to Ben Page talking about the mythologies around millennials, and I could feel them bristling and they were getting quite upset. It was great fun to have that kind of experience. And it was also fantastic that they are incredibly smart young people. Jess said on the stage, talk to us, we're not scary. I don't think she's scary, but boy, is she smart. She was sitting there and I was trying to do that bit where you say, you know what, I think the learner voice is really important. I'm really pleased you're here, which is truly genuine, I can tell you. And she sort of took that in, and about 30 seconds later, after a pause, she sort of tapped me on the shoulder. She said, so, does the AoC board have any students on it? Which I thought was fantastic, and really, really nicely done. So that's a challenge to us, which we'll take. Alistair's kind of amazing broad sweep there of an insight was also really fantastic. I love that idea of strategy, leadership, and teamship. And I was thinking about and reflecting on where we are in terms of the AoC, and I think we're doing a good job. Carol and the board, we've set a new strategy. We've, I think, got some really good leaders within the organisation. We're starting to operate as a team, I think. It's been lovely at the conference to see AoC staff talking and working together in ways that they haven't done that very much in recent times, I think. And I was also reflecting on those three dimensions in terms of our sector. And I think the challenge to us, just put a different way, and it's nice to think of it in a different way sometimes, is what is our strategy as a sector to become a sector? What is the team that we want to work with? All of you and your colleagues up and down the country and AoC. And how do we get the leadership working more effectively for the sector? Because I think that's what we need to do. So I'm confident that we're on that path as well as a sector. Now I said yesterday, and I think it's been echoed by so many people, Alistair just now, Ben Page, Amanda Spillman, Anne Milton, Jeremy Corbyn. Colleges are more important now than ever. In a post-Brexit Britain, we need to become much more self-sufficient in skills. And colleges are going to have to be central to the success of that. I think we should take that and we should be very confident. And don't worry, I've sent my speech notes on the budget to Philip Hammond, so I'm confident that that will happen next week as well. But more than anything, I think what we have to do is we've got to believe we matter. I think we've got to act as if we matter, and we've got to have the confidence that becomes infectious. We've got to be equal partners with government. We've got to be equal partners with universities. We've got to be equal partners with schools. We've got to act as a team. We've got to become a sector in a way that perhaps we haven't been ever before. So that's my challenge to all of us is, over the next 12 months, how do we get that strategy for us as a sector? How do we build the leadership and the teamship to make it happen? And I think that's really exciting. And I've seen and had feedback from so many people over the last 24, 48 hours about, that's given me confidence that that will happen. Thank you so much for the feedback so far. The feedback about the new format, the timings, the programme, the content has been really, really positive. We also like not positive feedback because sometimes you learn most from that. So please do help us to improve. Tell us what we can do better. There are two things that I've heard probably more than anything. One is that we need a disco floor next year. So yeah, we can do that, keep people wanting for more. And the other one is we need to inject a little bit more time for people to do their Christmas shopping, because apparently that's what people used to do at the AoC conference when there was more time. I kid you not, I kid you not. So I'm going to finish there on let's be a confident sector.